Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is September 6, 2021, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, the Nasdaq trading on its record highs. There is no major economic event scheduled for today, but it is important to know that today is a national holiday in the United States, and as such, the markets are closed in the U.S. in observance of Labor Day. Now, looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, which is open, the US dollar strengthens at support, or you could say the majors strengthen at resistance as they taper off. Now, looking at the indices, the Nasdaq on record highs and the Dow Jones trading sideways. Now, looking at commodities, gold strengthens to 1827 and oil retracing under $70 a barrel. Stocks take a breather across the board, but Apple looks like it's getting stronger. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, breaking that resistance at 51, trading at 51K. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect in today's trading. So here we go, looking at the daily of the Euro USD, and we're looking at a daily chart because really, all intents and purposes, you have to trade this as a trend, not as a momentum. And the difference is because it takes a few days for this trade to actually develop itself. And we did hit that resistance at 1890. And like butter, we retraced. Okay, we didn't make a big retracement. We didn't trade back to 16, but we did retrace about 20 pips. Okay, now I'm going to jump into a 4-hour chart just to give us perspective here. Right there is where we're at. Now, until this breaks somewhere in the 1839 range, I wouldn't say that it's correcting itself. I think that this is a bona fide upwards trend, and we hit a short-term bottom at 1690 for now. Now, because we're also seeing this across the board, the Aussie USD as well retraced at this point as well. If you look at the GBP, also retracing at an important area at 138.80-ish level. Now, I don't expect too much volatility today because it is a U.S. holiday, but you do want to just keep a tab on it today just to see where it's going. I mean, it's basically not even trading right now, 138.50 flat, and really not moving up or down. I mean, look at that. It's really very, very tight on a 1-minute chart. So jumping in commodities, okay, we're trading at the top of that range. And now this is the third time we've hit this area right here at 1827. And if we falter here, this may mean that we're showing tremendous weakness here. Okay, so this is really a very important level for it to break above and sustain it above for us possibly to go to 1877. So it's either going to go to 1877 and break above this 1827 level, or it's going to go back down to 1760. Okay, and the more it hits it, okay, and the more it doesn't break above it, shows that it's more weak. Okay, so I don't know, I'm not sure if that's proper English, but I think the message is clear that as long as it doesn't break 1827, doesn't hold above it, then it's going to falter and retrace. So we're looking at this very carefully right now, and you got to keep an eye on this for two reasons. Number one, we capitulated at 1863 right before this move, so that could be just like a little bit of a bounce in order for us to push up and give us a little bit more of a headway above. So keep this on your radar today. Now, looking at oil, we did retrace at 70.25 after also having a decent rally over the past week and a half, I would say 2 weeks. So with that said, we're trading sideways at 68.49. I don't expect much trading here either in today's observance of the U.S. national holiday, Labor Day. Now, looking at the Nasdaq, it is trading at all-time high at 15,685. Did finish that week like that. Okay, as you can see, it's pretty much at this area flat, okay, not moving up above it, and the markets are closed today, so just be aware of that. Here, looking at the Dow Jones, also just trading sideways, not pushing higher. Okay, I wonder if this is going to play catch up tomorrow as we go into the first week of September, okay, which is really the beginning of the fall, the end of summer, and really the transitional situation where volume starts picking up. Now, looking at the individual stocks, Apple on its dead highs, 152.31, Alcoa also being very strong here. Amazon and Facebook First, looking at Amazon, it did retrace a little bit, but held that line. If we look at Facebook, also did retrace a little bit as well. And lastly, Microsoft just flatlining here at $300 a share. So you were seeing a little bit of a mixed bag, but rotational moves continue. Okay, it's really Apple that's taking the headwind here, that is bringing us and giving us some of the currency into some of these other major stocks. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, this is where it gets exciting, and this market is open today. As you can see, we are above that 50,053. That was a resistance-ish area, 49,600-ish area. Continue trading within that area and use it as a support. Okay, let's highlight that so you can see it a little bit clearer. And then boom, right above it. Okay, you use that as a consolidation area, even though we broke above it, didn't break above it, but finally did break above right there, and then you get that breakout move. So, you know, all intents and purposes, let's look at a daily chart, just give us perspective here. Once we broke that 50,000, we do have a little bit of a resistance at this 52,000, but then it's all the way up to 60,000. Okay, so potentially this can reclaim its grandeur and its royalty at 60,000 as well. So just keep that in mind. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.